you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Friday. Good morning, Max, Chris, Will, John, Greasy, Enrico. How are y'all doing? I thought I was going to have to cancel this stream last minute for a moment because I bought some external hard drives and I was doing a bunch of, I guess, storage management and stuff last night. And it moved all the files, basically everything that, all the paths for my files that the software that I stream uses for like all these overlays and stuff. And they were all gone when I opened it up this morning. I was like, oh, lovely. But I got it. All right, let's hop right into it real quick before we get this open. It's Friday. See if we get a... Let's look at the weekly chart real quick. See how the weekly's done. So we had an open. We made a low. We ran up. Is this going to be our high? And then we get a close somewhere in here, some kind of consolidation. Or are we going to keep going up and make a high and then close? We'll find out later. But on the daily here, we're still, it's not quite... I still have this swing right here, this swing high. Still have that in my sights. We're slowly getting there. Yesterday, you see, we did end up having a down day, technically, but it was pretty indecisive right here. This was that discount wick I was watching. We went pretty deep into it, came up and closed. So now, today, I want to see this wick, what we do in yesterday's wick here. Like, what are we doing that? Do we stay above the midpoint here? We'll see. We already took yesterday's high, and that's where an opening range gap from 11.4 sitting there that never got hit. Finally hit that. Still have that swing, and we have this daily fair value gap still up there. So we'll see. We'll see what we do there, but let's go into the 4 hour. The 4 hour, we do have this BISI sitting right in there. So we'll see if we go any lower. We might not. We have this BISI sitting right here. Basically, if you don't know what that is, it's a fair value gap on this move up. Okay? And we did take this high. So pulling back into it. So we'll see if we do that. Then on the 1 hour, here's a little... slight contradiction, but I don't think, excuse me, I don't think it's much. So we have this fair value gap. We did technically create an inversion, but then I was watching here. It looked like we were going to try to create a fair value gap, but that closes at 10 a.m. So I was looking to see if we're going to get an immediate rebalance, which it looks like we will, and I'm kind of expecting we will, because when I drop down to the 15-minute, this is what I was looking at here. This 15-minute fair value gap, we dropped right into it. So, honestly, we may not need to go any lower. We dropped into an imbalance here, and right here we have relative equal highs. That's very obvious. Right there's relative equal highs. So, I have that as my buy-side liquidity right above previous day high. That's right about the midpoint of the London range. So, I was watching. I wanted to see this 15-minute SIBI, this bearish fair value gap there. I wanted to see if we invert that, which looks like we probably are. Unfortunately, I wanted to catch the move down here to go long, up through that. So I'll still keep that in mind because the move is not over. But that's kind of what I'm watching for today. So if I go down to the 1 minute, you can see we're already pretty much pushing pretty high up here. So we'll see at the open. I would like to see... a bit of a move down at the open here and then come back up. But if we just go up, it's a possibility. We'll see. That's kind of what I'm looking at for the morning. Morning. Ayo. Is it Andrew? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, man. How's everybody doing? We got the open now. We do have big 10 a.m. news as well. So keep that in mind. We have big 10 a.m. news. And yeah, look at this. We're opening, and we're going straight up to that buy side liquidity, it looks like. Big opening range gap. Mark that out here. And I don't trade pre-market, so oh, did that mark right? Yeah. Okay, big opening range gap there. Straight through that buy side liquidity. Man. See that I hate when that happens. Because that was my target. That's where I wanted to aim. And there was opportunities, like if you were trading pre-market. Right here. Went into this fair value gap. Came up. I mean, there's a bunch of opportunities. Right in here. Another one right in here. There he goes. Straight up. Straight up. And that's why it's important to be able to spot stuff that's very obvious like this. And look at this. This is a bullish order block right here. Oh, man, I hit the wrong button. Right here. And look how it wicked right into this bullish order block. Going. Now, we took all this up here. I still have this daily swing, that fair value gap. I still have levels and things above. But y'all know, like I said, I think it was maybe Monday, whenever it was, in the situation where we just, if I'm bullish, and I had a target and we open and just go straight through it, I tend to wait until a 15-minute fair value gap is formed, which at 9:45 we'll get this one if it has not come back down and rebalanced. And then at 10 a.m., I'll see if we get another one up here. And then this will be a nice bullish order block here. So if we get a fair value gap in this area somewhere by 10 o'clock, which actually that's when the news is too, I'll wait to see when if price comes back into it. And then do we create an inversion and keep going down? Or do we come back into it and then keep heading up towards my overall bullish direction, that daily swing? So that's basically what I'm probably going to wait for today. Corey. Okay, Corey. You caught it? Nice. Hey, that's a good, I mean, that's great. Especially whenever we have such an obvious target up here, right? That buy side liquidity. Now, this, yeah, nothing after the open. But, yeah, any of this pre-market stuff after 9 a.m., basically. Yeah, that's nice. Not sure that we close this opening range gap, so I'm going to mark it as something I'm going to save. Opening range gap. Save that. That's why I love TradingView. It's so simple. So, yep, unfortunately, we might have to wait until after 10 a.m. today. Maybe. We'll see. How's everybody week? I can't talk. How's everybody's week been? Hope y'all had a good week. I did end up getting 6 accounts funded yesterday. If y'all didn't see, some of y'all saw on the Discord. I was like, you know what? $6 PAs. I have a bunch of evals that I'm you know, kind of working, sitting on, just trying to get them there, and $6 PAs. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to look for an opportunity. I'm going to go pretty heavy. And I took a trade. It was a short. I hopped in. I don't recommend this, by the way, but hopped in with a lot of contracts, and it was going well, and I just kind of added in as it was going in my direction, and got them funded. $9,000 on the evals, the 150K accounts. on one trade, but that's because I was managing it, adding in as it was going in my favor, not when it was going against me. I don't like doing that. As it was going in my favor, towards my target, just kind of adding in, tightening my stop, adding in, tightening my stop, and just got 6 of them funded. So back in the game, more than just my one PA and my one live account. So I do want to adjust this little overlay I have going on here, to where it can show my entire dashboard. Because y'all know how I used to, like when I was in a trade, I would just like bring it over so you can see my PA numbers and it's the same numbers and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to do something where it just shows that whole dashboard. I'll figure it out. Losing week, almost liquidated. Oh, man. Hate to hear that. Yeah, big time news at 10 a.m. So see what that does to the market. Yeah, I'm ready to get some big payouts again. I had enough to cover for the year, but I want some more. Chris, you still trading gold? Still looking at gold? Gold. I haven't looked at gold. Wonder what it's doing. I know it's shot back up again. I think it made new all-time highs again. I don't know if I remember right. Could be wrong. And I know silver made new all-time highs. Man, silver hit like almost $60. No gold for you right now. Let's see. Let me pop in silver over here. See what that's at. 58. Oh, we didn't hit 6. We almost got to 60. Man, it feels like just a few months ago I was buying silver at $14, $15 an ounce. Now it's hit 60. Wish I'd have bought more. Gold. Where you at, gold? You hit... you're a little over 4,200 at the moment. Okay. I don't day trade it, but... Keep going, John. Keep going. Just don't stop. You'll get it. Let's see. All right, let's watch this. Let's see what we do. We have this inversion. We haven't created a fair value gap yet. We have one down here, but it's not something I'm not too excited about shorting. Not yet. Yep. Keep it up, John. You'll get there. Yeah, cuz see, here's the thing. This is where you can get a little cuz even the 15-minute wick like this looks like it wanted to just sweep buy side liquidity and head down. But remember, we have a 4-hour BISI that we're in right now. The 1 hour got rebalanced, and there's an inversion that we look like we might try to reclaim. But then also on the 15-minute, we do have this fair value gap right here, but we also have this inversion. So we could see it just maybe pull back into this area and then keep going, or it might not. We'll see. Because right now it's a little bit conflicting. And I'm not loving a short just yet. Not loving a short yet. Yeah, don't get FOMO. No FOMO. All right. See, you can right now the 1 minute looks like we might be trying to go down, but you know, with this little market structure shift right here, right? Displacement down. I mean, I'm not buying it yet. It could make its way a little bit lower, but we still have that opening range gap there, but I'm not buying it yet. Not yet. Check my DMs. Oh, I don't even have Discord open right now. Let's see. Let me open up my Discord. Oh, where'd it go? I don't know where it went. Oh, well. I don't know what happened to my Discord just now. I'll check your DMs when I'm done. Oh, actually, you know what? I can check on my phone. That'll probably be easier. All right, so see, this is why I was not buying that we're going to go short yet, and I want to watch these and see if we get some inversions in here because I'm still bullish overall. But remember, we have big time news at 10 a.m., so have to be careful. All right, so I just got word on this Edge Trader VPS flyer I have here. If you use code BEAST, if you need a VPS, you don't get 20% off, you get 50% off. So my apologies. That was updated, and I did not update it. So you can get 50% off using code BEAST if you need a VPS, which I highly recommend a VPS. I use a VPS, especially when I travel. All right, so we have a little inversion right here. And fair value gap. I'm bullish, so I kind of want to see what we do here. But again, we have big time news at 10. We have this fair value gap as well right here. So not looking to enter just yet, but I want to watch because I want to see if we're going to keep heading up to his daily swing high this morning or if we're going to not do that today. And that's the thing about these higher time frames when you're looking at like the daily and the 4 hour. If you're trading a session, right, and you're not sitting there all day, then you have to be aware that there's times that it's just not ready to get up to where you think it was supposed to go yet. See, and I'm not going to take a trade here because we still have this. Like, I would not be surprised if we create an inversion here, but I'm also would not be surprised if this pushes down further. So today's going to be a test of patience. Hey, Chris. Thank you. Thank you. $9.50. $9.50. Man. Gonna clear my throat there. All this weather change gets me. Mm-hmm. Let's go back. Actually, let me look at the 1 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour. There we go. You see, we've had where this daily swing high is, there's also this 4 hour one, but there's been a SIBI right here that we've struggled to get through. Right there. We're making our way through it, but that's where we've struggled a little bit. And as y'all know, if I have anybody that's joined in here just to, I made a post earlier in the Facebook group about giving away the evals. For those of you that's been here for the giveaways, I do it typically towards the end after I either got my trade or after I've called it for the day. All right, you see, so that's why I was not looking at a short. And obviously you can see that it didn't go short. So I was not sold on a short yet, but I was not surprised if we create inversions with these, and we did. We never made it back down in this lower one. However, the issue is, for me, is we have 10 a.m. news, and it's big news. So I don't want to get caught holding a trade at that 10 a.m. news release, because I think it's going to be one where it's going to pop somewhere, right? So like we know, even if it's bullish and if it takes off to the long side, we know it easily can like wick down and then go up. So sitting in a trade like that, I don't like it, because I don't want it to come stop me out, hit my stop, and then keep going. So we'll see, because we may probably get this fair value gap right here. With all these inversions, it might keep going. It might push. So if I get a clean confirmation in this, I might look to try to take it up there. Maybe, because it looks like it might try to get up there before 10 a.m. So I really want to be in a trade. So that's the bad thing today. I wanted to be in a trade before we took this buy side liquidity, so I can get to buy side liquidity. And second, if it keeps going, I want to be in a trade so I can get up to that daily swing high. I think though, if we hit this swing high, I don't think we'll go straight up to that fair value gap. I think we'll sweep it a little bit and do a pullback. Could be wrong. But that's kind of my thinking. So if we take this swing high, I wouldn't necessarily look to just go straight to that low of the fair value gap there. But now we're 5 minutes out of the news. 5 minutes from the news. So let's see if we get a confirmation here. But like I say, also, if we get too close to the news, remember, we never came into this fair value gap. And that'll be a 15-minute fair value gap down there as well. This lower one, yeah. So it's a possibility that the news could wick it down there and then it keep going. How do y'all feel about taking trades right before news? What's y'all's rules on that? Never. Yeah. Smart. I actually hope this does not give any type of confirmation. Yep. So I'm going to go to the 15-minute. And at 10 a.m., these are those fair value gaps I was talking about. There's a little imbalance right there. So I'm going to add the imbalance. We have 15-minute fair value gap there. And one here overlapping the inversions and this order block. So go back down to the 1 minute. Now it looks like that. I'd really, like I said, would like to come down into this area and then look to go long. That would be my preferred. Yeah, well, so like when there's 10 a.m. news, I need something very, very clean by like right at 9:50 to get in. That's kind of the way I look at it. That way I feel like, okay, I still have 10 minutes if I'm in a trade or if I'm like about to hop in at 9:50. I still have 10 minutes to kind of manage this. It should go to my target by 10 a.m. But if it doesn't, if it kind of starts consolidating and, you know, I get time to move to break even, then I probably will do that as soon as it gets closer to that 10 a.m. time. That's typically what I like to do. But yeah, outside of that, once we start getting close to like 5 minutes, yeah, I'm pretty much out. Chris, you love it? Chris loves trading news. Is that what you said? All right, we got 20 seconds. I just got to wait it out. It might turn into a no trade day if this thing just shoots up. We'll see. Yeah. All right, 10 a.m. news. Here we go. Let me remove these. Get this out of the way. Yeah. YOLO, Chris. I bet that's how, Chris, is that how you answer your phone too? Get a call? YOLO. All right. This is kind of what this is more so what I want to see right here. I want to see it push down. Now, however, if we really can't get past this, then I may look for a reason to go long, but I really want it to come down further. Excuse me. And you know what? Let me do this. Let's measure out this dealing leg here. Or, yeah, this leg. Let's measure out. We got the midpoint of this little leg up right above the midnight opening price in that 15-minute. Now, if I use the bodies, it's right in that 15-minute fair value gap. If I use just to keep it on the bodies there. It might mean nothing, but it might mean everything. Man. Chris, post your phone number so you can answer the phone for everybody. See what the 15-second looks like. Yeah, we got a change in state delivery here. But I'm not, man, I'm just not ready to go long yet. Yeah, it may go long. This is holding up. This is one where you could long in this area, but I'm just not loving it. It never pulled back into it doesn't have to. So that's the thing. It doesn't need to pull back into this area. I just preferred that. And especially, today and how the price action's been, I kind of am leaning towards more of the trades I like better. If I don't really love it, then try not to take it. It was could have got a pretty good little entry here. And take it up for about 30, 40, about 40 points probably. We're going to get another fair value gap in here. And we're in it. We're in that fair value gap. But everything disappeared. There we go. If I get a confirmation here, 812, it's a pretty small stop. And I'm pretty bullish. I don't have any reason that I think that it has to come down. I have that 15-minute fair value gap down there, but I don't think it needs to come down there. That's just kind of what I wanted. So if I get a confirmation here, I might long it and try to head up to that fair value gap up there. Did not get a closure above now we got one. Slightly. I'm in this. I'm long here, and I'm going to put my stop right at this little swing low. I'm going to see if I can take it up. What am I in at? 16. I don't want to shoot all the way for that fair value gap because I don't know that it's going to just go straight up there. So I'm going to shoot about halfway up to it. It got very close to that swing high right there. Once it takes that swing high and keeps going, I'm more than likely going to go to break even. Just in case if it doesn't, just in case if all it wants to do is just sweep it. So like now I'm going to break even. Just in case if all it wants to do is sweep it, I don't want to like risk that just because it's not my preferred entry, you know, up here. And this very well could come back and knock me out at break even, but I'm definitely okay with that. Yeah, the low-hanging fruit would be this swing, but it's too low in this scenario. So I'd rather just go to break even, and if it knocks me out, it knocks me out. Because I can't risk, basically, I was like at 20 points. See, it's probably going to knock me out. Maybe we'll see. We have a fair value gap here. It's probably going to knock me out. Yeah, it knocked me out. Uh-oh. Make sure that's all closed. Okay, don't know what that message was for. But see, now we have another one here. But if it's going to be bullish, it should not invert this. I probably could have stayed in, but that's me being pretty tight on my risk management just because I didn't love the trade. And I know at this swing high that there's a chance it could pull back on me. So I'd rather get out of break even, and then if it does come back up, then maybe I could take another stab at it after it does a little pullback after taking that swing high right there. So now I'm waiting to see if we close above that in this new fair value gap. Because there's a chance. I mean, like I say, that it's Friday, right? So it's going to make a weekly high and then have a lower close. So this could be where it could take the swing high that we've been trying to aim for all week long and then come down and close somewhere. Like, that's a possibility. So that's why I wanted to be pretty tight on my management there. Because now this is making new weekly highs for this week. So you got to keep that in mind when you're looking at the weekly profile. Oh. My evals lost $8. So I'm down $1. Darn. I mean, I think we do keep going, but just got to be careful right here. Okay. Let's see if we get a confirmation here. My stop will be at this low at about 816. No confirmation. Oh, actually, you know what? I didn't pay attention. Yeah. Yeah, and Tony, before I got in that trade, I did want to throw out some deviations. I just didn't have the time before I saw that setup happening. So I was like, dang. Because I thought about that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to throw up some deviations here. And then it confirmed and I hopped in. Because I wanted a target. Okay. I'm back into this again. Stop right here at 816. And let's see if we can head up now. I'm in 33. I'm still aim for a little bit up. I'm aim for a little higher now since we are getting up there. But let's see if I can throw out deviations here real quick. Where are you? Okay. Ooh, look at that. I was already targeting the 0.5 accidentally. Nice. So we broke the 0.25. And yeah, I'm going to target this 0.5 right here. Let's see. I have about a 21 point stop. It's bound to pull back, though, at some point. Hopefully it's not now. Time's at 10, 11. Yeah. 37 to 67. 40 point target. Not bad. I like to, once we get about, let me go back to the 1 minute. Once we get about 60, 70% of the way to my trade, I like to go to break even. So once we get close to between this 55, 60 range, if we do, then I'll look to move my stop. So for now, just wait. See if we can keep creeping up. But I do watch, like, if it hesitates and starts like really giving problems, then I like to go ahead and move it to break even. That's kind of what my goal has been lately, especially with this 15-second confirmation, where I know I can probably have better entries than I have before. I like to really kind of manage and manage my risk better and tighten up when I need to, things like that, and accept those break evens. So now break even again, and whatever happens, happens. I do see this potential fair value gap right here, so that'd be nice if we form that. I could aim for that fair value gap, that low right there, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to take my profit if it hits my target and run for the day. Get on up there. Now we have this fair value gap. Let's see if that holds up. I don't like it trading straight back through it, so we'll see if this holds up. I do like that I have it there as a protection where my stop is behind it. So we'll see. Let's see if this last one's going to be enough to pop us up there or not. Hopefully. Now, if we come up and get a closure, or if we could trade back above this swing high, then I can bring up my stop below these down close candles to at least secure, something, just in case it can't make its way up to my target, so I don't get just a break even. Now let's see if we can take this high and get up there now. I don't think there's anything right here in the way. No. Should be good. It's really hesitating, though. Whatever happens, happens. Just got to let it go. At least I know I can't lose. That's the kind of the mindset that I'm trying to instill more with these break-evens, because I used to hate break-evens, as many of you know. But I'm trying to put that in my head that whatever happens, happens. At least I can't lose. Trying to remember that. At least I can't lose. I don't like how it's digging into this fair value gap so much, but it's still there. So here, let me go ahead and mark it. That way I can see the midpoint of it. You see the midpoint right there, consequent encroachment holding up pretty nicely. I want to see it come up and take these highs so I can tighten up and at least secure some more than what I have. Because I just don't like the way it's kind of accumulating in here without just popping up and hitting that target. We could see a little bit of a deeper pullback. So now we're looking like we want to. At this point, it should go, and if it doesn't, it might not. So I'm going to tighten up underneath here, underneath the midpoint of this fair value gap. Because if it doesn't go ahead and go now, it may pull back further. So I'll at least secure some profit here. Because I don't like the way it's just rejecting right here, right now. Like it should have went. So I'm perfectly fine if this comes back and knocks me out. Because it should have went by now. And at least I can secure, what's that? About 11 points. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Good point, Will. Let's go to the 15-second and see if we get another change in state of delivery here out of this fair value gap. Because it's really accumulating quite a bit right here, but it's at least staying in the upper half. Let's use this high right here. Let's see if we can get a closure right above this line here. And let's watch it on the 15-second. Yeah, good point, Will. I'm glad you said that. Look for a change in state of delivery, which we just got, again, out of this fair value gap. So now let me go back to the 1 minute since we did get that. And boom, there we go. Not sure why I keep getting a notification. But there we go. We got a nice winner there. That's good. Wasn't huge. 30 points. But a nice little break even here. Then we got a nice little 30 points. Look how it rejected right off that 0.5 deviation. That's exactly why I didn't want to go higher to that daily fair value gap, the low there. It's exactly why I didn't want to go higher, because it could pull back. I don't like pullbacks. Yeah. Thanks. A 1 minute suspension block. Oh, you know what? I still haven't programmed my mind to see suspension blocks yet, because they're apparently stronger than every, what's it called? Any fair value gap. Let's see. Yeah. But anyways, look how it's rejecting. And it may keep going up, but look how it rejected right off that 0.5 and pulling back. See, that's what I didn't want to happen while I was in the trade. I didn't want to bounce off the 0.5. And I've seen it happen many times like this. Pulls up and wants to test that 0.25 again. And then keep going up. But that's why it's great. Like, you got to have targets. You got to have these targets. I've been all week mentioning this daily swing high. All week. And then so that's the correlation you want to see. We had a daily swing high above the marketplace. And then many days when on the 15-minute chart, we would have relative equal highs or equal highs as potential target. Now, it didn't always go straight up there or want to go there that day. So that's where you got to look for, sell side liquidity or whatever. But I mean, it's been there all week. It's given us the footprint. So man, seriously, Will. That's why I love the I just can't get enough of the 15-second confirmation and then the break-even trades, because I don't count that as a trade. It's break-even. I'm like washed, right? So, and I'm still giving myself 40 points of risk per day. So even if I take a 10-point, 15-point loss, if everything in framework on all that still looks good, I still have an opportunity to take another trade as long as that next one doesn't put me over that 40 points. And why 40 points? That's just what I set it at for myself based on the amount of contracts I risk. So, that gives me enough buffer to sustain losing streaks. And that's how I kept my last set of PAs for over a year, and that's how I did it. So anyways, yeah, no, good stuff here. So let's go ahead, and it's already 10:21. So let's go ahead and get the drawing going, because I want to get the drawing going. Let's get good old Nightbot, my Will's buddy Nightbot, pulled up here. All right, so everybody, wait, hold on, I got to set it up. I was getting ahead of myself. You know what? And I should have set this up a little earlier so people had time to. Okay. It's the same keyword. Hold on a second. Nightbot has arrived, y'all. Comment, exclamation mark, beast in the chat, and you will be entered. There will be 5 different winners. 5 different winners. Let's see, what was that question? Could you please show what time frame you put the deviations on? Yeah, good question, John. Deviations, I use the 1-minute chart. But all that is, and I'll show you my settings for the deviations here in a second too. All you do, wait, did I use the 1-minute chart? Where is it? Hold on a second. Well, that's interesting. Hold on, let me refresh my chart real quick. Y'all keep putting in beast. There we go. Okay, I was looking at this where I put the low, and there was nothing there on my chart. I'm like, how's that possible? All right, so all I do for the deviations is I mark, it's the opening range, the high and low of the opening range. The opening range is between 9:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. So the highest point and the lowest point, not the actual candle or bar of 9:30 or 10 a.m., but the lowest point between that time frame, just like the London range or whatever range, right? It's the range. So here was the low, so I marked that low, and then this was the high right there. So whenever I mark the high and the low with the fib, I have to mark the low first, then the high, and then that's where my deviations are based on the opening range. So then it marks it out, and then the deviations are just right here. The minus, it'll be minus. So minus 0.25 is the first one, minus 0.5, and then I have the minus 1, 1.5, minus 2. So either screenshot this, or you can play the video back and yeah, and set that up. And this is how I have it, because that way I have my optimal trade entry as well, my 70.5%. I have the 78. Basically, just those. I don't have anything else. I do have the 50% mark of the opening range here. And then outside of that, it just goes straight to the 0.25, 0.5, 1, and so on. So that's how I get those. And they, I'm telling you, have been so extremely ridiculously accurate. Especially when I don't have targets going up, or if, like, just like today, something's too far away, because I don't like sitting there holding my trades and letting it go against me and all that. So I have it. And look, it did exactly what I just said that I see happen oftentimes. Bounced off that 0.5, went right down to that 0.25, and in this case, that swing high as well, right there. Retested that, and then we'll see if it wants to keep going, or what it wants to do, if it might go into another accumulation, and then, manipulate during lunch or whatever, and then keep making its way up. You still use the apex deviations? Nice. Yeah, those were great too. All right, let's give it about another couple minutes here. Everybody, make sure you're getting your entries in. I cannot talk because congestion. All right, let's give it until my time up there says 10:27 at the top of my screen here, the overlay. When that says 10:27, we will start choosing some winners. Give about 30 more seconds. And remember, it's a free eval. So you're going to go for the, because it renews at 50%, I think. So you want to pass it or just blow it, basically. And if you pass it, that's that $6 you have today, Monday, and Tuesday. Like I said, how I did it, I basically took a regular trade and just averaged in as it was going into my profit. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and start with our first winner for a free evaluation account is Diego. Diego Scalper. Congratulations, Diego. Okay, and we're going to go with number 2. Our number 2 is going to be... Tony. All right, Tony. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. And third winner, John. Look at, man, John is on a roll. John, Nightbot loves you. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, I don't know. Maybe Nightbot doesn't love you anymore. You just got a warning. Oh, man. All right. That's 3. 2 more. Here we go. Next winner is Enrico. Let's go. Congrats, Enrico. Yeah, you're apologizing to the Nightbot so it can keep picking you. All right. Last winner. Last winner of the free evaluation is Endrio. Congratulations. That's 5. You know what? Let's do 2 more. Let's go for 7 today. My YouTube just crossed 7,000 subscribers overnight or yesterday afternoon. So let's go for 7 for 7,000. 2 more. Here we go. I am Muwali. Congratulations. Congratulations. Will. And the last winner is Ayo Oracle. Congratulations. All right, y'all. So we have 7 winners for today. What y'all need to do is email me. Take a screenshot of you logged into your YouTube here with your username so I know, which I trust every single person on this stream, but I don't trust other people watching later. So I need to know the correct person gets the code. So swinter@futuressniperbeast.com. Please send me an email, and I'll get those out within as fast as I can when you send that email, probably within 30 minutes or so of you sending it. So do that, and let's get you going. Let's get you funded. All right, y'all. Congratulations on that. And thank you for joining me today. Do me a favor and hit... Diego, send an email to that email address I just posted right there. And what you want to do is you want to, like when you're logged into YouTube, just click the button so I can see that that's you, like that you're logged in with this username, your Diego Scalper or whatever winner you are. And just send me a screenshot of that in that email. Just say I was the winner. Here's the screenshot. Because for one, I need your email so I can send you the code. And then two, I need to make sure that that's you and not somebody watching the video later claiming to be you. So just do that. If you have a problem, you can always go into my Discord. The link is in the description, and you can just send me a message in my Discord. I monitor that pretty well. Thanks, John. Thanks, everybody. Hey, thank you all. Y'all make it great. So, Will's changing his name to John. So, yeah. Hey, thanks for being here. And if you're going to keep trading, it's Friday. Don't forget it's Friday. The number one golden rule for Friday is don't do anything stupid. That's my rule. All right, y'all. I'm going to hop off here. It is my time. We had a great week. I will see y'all next week. Thanks for joining. And as always, trade well, everybody. Take care.
Yeah.